Word up, everybody. Hopefully I'm catching a few people that didn't get ads. The rest of the people hopefully are watching them. Look at what we have here. The mist from the Niagara Falls is unbelievably thick. It's like it's raining here right now. But that is the most full and highest rainbow that I have seen so far here. Is that not something else to start this live stream with? Really hard to see anything because of that mist. I'm so excited that I got to show you this before anything. So welcome, my name's Kaye. If you haven't already subscribed, I do a bit of this live streaming. I do a lot of YouTube tutorials and product reviews on my channel, so I hope you'll consider subscribing. For the next little while, I'm going to take you for a walk around this beautiful, one of the 7 wonders of Canada, in the honeymoon capital of the world, Niagara Falls. And I did promise a sunset walk, and the only unfortunate part is being here on the Canadian side. The sun is hidden behind everything, so I don't know how much I'll actually see. I'm going to do quite a bit of walking. The truth is I need the exercise today. Well, let's take another look at that rainbow because I'm mesmerized. Isn't that beautiful? There's the American Falls, still catching a little bit of sunlight. You have to excuse me while I try to wipe the lens once in a while. Feels like it's full on raining here. Oh, I lost my stabilization there. It'll catch itself back up in a second. There we go. When you maneuver the phone too much, it knocks the gimbal off. So check out how much mist and looks like rain. Crazy. Depends on which way the wind's blowing. It's not always like that. Last time I was down here, I was a little bit luckier. So here we go. My intention is to walk almost all the way over to that bridge that you see. That's the Rainbow Bridge where we cross into the United States. I've been over there many, many, many times. And we'll see what's happening. When it gets dark around here, there's not a lot of light. And I found that out the hard way when I came down here for a night stream once. So, thank you for coming in. Happy Lux. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Thank you very, very much for that. It is absolutely not necessary, but very much appreciated. So thank you for that. I just wanted to give everybody something fun to look at today. You can see as the sun's going down, we're just catching a little bit left of the sunlight on the falls. Zelda Master John, thanks for coming in. Impressions DJ, my love Kristen, of course, is here. And I'll give you a call later. Dan from Impressions Music, Apostle Edgar Kapanga, thank you for coming and visiting. PA, always supporting. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. Rough day. That's not good. Hopefully things are going to pick up if you do get a chance to relax. Michael's Adventures, thank you for coming in as well. It's weird, I never noticed it before, but moderators who are members also have, so Kristen's name on my screen, on my phone, is still green. I use another phone so I can keep up with the chat. And still has a blue wrench. Wayne Stock, thanks for coming in. And Jaden Sue, thank you very much. You're always supporting me, and I really appreciate that. So hopefully you guys don't mind hanging out a little bit. I really do just literally need the exercise. So I timed my drive today. It's less than 10 minutes from the driveway of my place to the parking lot here. You can see a little bit of a rainbow developing in the American Falls as well because of the mist. Hopefully you can see that off in the distance a little bit. And we're looking at Niagara Falls, New York, and that big building, kind of shiny, is Seneca Niagara Casino. Yeah? missed that Dan said. That's the cool insert for vinyl. And then when I look around here a little bit, there's a skylon tower that I love talking about, but you can see the sun behind it shining. It's one of the casinos, Falls View Casino, and then more hotels. Lots of people out enjoying themselves. I like to come out on Friday and Monday instead of Saturday and Sunday, as you can imagine, because it's just a little bit less busy. Easy for us to do the social distancing and this and that. I don't have a mask with me right now because I can stay away from everybody, and I don't really intend on going in anywhere. To illegally cross. Yeah. Never mind. I thought about, you know, it'd be good content. I'll just try to cross the border. I don't even know what to expect when we get over there. I should go and look, eh? I should look at what's on our side, if they block you here or if they turn you around there. Because there's still essential workers that have to cross, right? And I wonder about that. Our rainbow's moved a little bit. They tend to follow you when you walk. And it's disappeared from our view at the Horseshoe Falls over there. I just love it down here. Now we got some vendors out that weren't out before, so it's good to see they get to come out and start making a little bit of money. Ace Flaw 1, thanks for coming in. I'm live on YouTube. You want to say hi? No, okay. They got some crazy stuff over there. Hey? Oh, okay. They got these balloons and things that have lights in them, and they got these swords like they look like lightsabers from Star Wars. You can buy, and kids are always running around here with that stuff at night. Maybe we'll see a little bit on the way back. Chris, Buchadori TV, thanks for coming in. Always supporting. I appreciate that. Ernest Connell, good to see you as well. Thank you very much. And Jeff Lepard, everybody knows. And he'll be going live after. I don't know if he's going to make it right after me or if it's going to be a little bit later tonight. He's usually quite late, but he'll be in downtown Toronto. So you could bet that his live stream will contain a lot more upbeat action than mine do. But that's something to look forward to. If any of you haven't already subscribed to Jeff Lepard, that's one of the channels that I manage. I manage 3 channels for him, and we work together all the time, except obviously when I'm home on the weekends and he's live streaming. It's getting a little bit crowded over there. I never come up here. I'll go this way today. You can see how much park area there is around here. In the typically in the summer they have fireworks. I should have pointed out while I was over there, where I started is that Table Rock Welcome Center. That's where that restaurant is that Kristen and I went to lunch at last Friday. Thanks again, Chris from Buchadori TV, for buying us that lunch. I really appreciate that, of course. And it was delicioso. If you had a place like this to go and walk every day, would you? Ernest. Donut Toys and Games, thanks for coming in again. Oh, Dan, you don't watch YouTube videos while you drive? Nobody does that. Isn't that something else? I know I say it every time I do one of these things, but I never get tired of Niagara Falls. But with a 10-minute drive, we can come over here anytime. You guys know that I usually set up my live streams well in advance, but today I just couldn't get it out of my head. I wanted to go live, but I didn't want to set it up early because I didn't know what I was going to do. Thinking about going again on Monday, but we'll do some kind of an activity. Like, let me show you in the distance there. Maybe you can see the Niagara Skywheel. It's way off, trying to get in the center for you to see, but it's huge, huge Ferris wheel. Lights up at night and this and that. I don't know if I'll be out here late enough to see the lights today, but oh, this is something else. It is very nice looking here. I don't know why it was so crowded over there, just in one small area. I wish I wouldn't walk across the grass, but for the culture and the content, I'd rather get a closer look at everything. They got all these lookout stations everywhere, so somebody's making money. I do a lot of these live streams, so I try to do different things every time, even when I come to the same places. So I've been to other tourist areas and this and that. Today's just a walk. I really just need the exercise, but you can see that green half bridge looking thing a little bit to the left of the American Falls there. That's their lookout, because if you can imagine, so I'm standing in Canada, but we're looking at the United States right now, and because the American Falls is on their side, they can't see it. They don't have the view that we do. And then the Horseshoe Falls is on the more the Canadian side, they say, so it's over there. And if the Americans come on to the bridge there, they have a bit of a lookout. When the border opens up, I intend on going over and having a look. See what it's like over there. Mishana, thanks for coming in. Just letting a couple of people walk before I keep moving. Stay in the spirit of the social distancing. I'm not really in a rush. I was walking a little bit fast when I started this, but I'm really just here to be out, so I won't race. Besides, we got lots of time. The sun is supposed to set at 8:19. Like I said, it's unfortunate because the sun's actually on the opposite side. From the American side, you can see it. It's probably beautiful. But we'll just see what we get from being here. Haven't been down here for a sunset ever, so I thought it'd be a good idea. I didn't even notice if the boats were out yet. The Maid of the Mist there and the Hornblower. I wonder if they pack it in after a certain time. I don't see any of them floating. Do those too. Oh, Chris, bro! Eating is the most important part of the day for a nice dinner. Somebody in the chat, please remind me not to tell Chris that we just had dinner. Oh, Chris, that's unbelievably generous of you, so thank you very much. It's not necessary at all. Very much appreciated, of course. And I'll do the same thing I did last time on you. That will cover a meal while we're out the next time I go out, because I'm by myself now too. Thank you very much for that. I may grab something small to eat or drink right now while I'm walking around, I'm not sure, but I will definitely put that towards a decent meal on Monday or something like that. So thanks, Chris from Beachadori TV. He's always supporting me and Jeff Lepard with everything we do, so I appreciate that. The like I said, look at how much park area there is. And they do fireworks right over the Niagara Falls most of the time. I don't know when that's going to pick back up, but eventually it will. And then I'll be sure to catch that for everybody as well. I've been very fortunate. I've been to the United States somewhere between 150 and 200 times. So I've crossed that border that many. But and I've been to the casino, but I haven't really explored over there, and I've never looked at the Niagara Falls stuff on their side. Like, they have these lookouts. Can you maybe see on the right-hand side of the American Falls there, at the bottom of that smaller waterfall, they've got all these, like, what would you call those? They're not bridges, but they're for everybody to look out and have a really good look. That's something else. This is the man. 100,000. Sure does look impressive when you do those currency conversions, but it's still overly generous, Chris, in the first place. So thank you again for that. Oh, maybe I hope you can see the zip lines. The actual zip lines are right in front of me here, and we're going to do that within the next. Maybe next weekend. I think we were scheduled to do it next weekend. One of my friends, another YouTuber, is thinking about coming down for that. So we'll see if that's going to happen, but won't be long from now. Right? Ernest Connell takes you right through the gift shop. You would expect that. I don't know if you're making a joke, but I'll bet you in a roundabout sort of way that's true. I'll bet you they've got their stuff together where they'll have you going through a gift shop as soon as your cruise is done. That's in Korea. Apostle Edgar Kapanga. Yeah, the boats aren't out, so I guess they cut off after a certain amount of time. But there's the horn blower. This is where you go to catch one of the boats for a cruise. And then the Maid of the Mist is across the river. And then they got some other stuff over there as well. There's jet boats here, but they don't come from here. It's too dangerous for them to be around here, so they're out way around the corner or something. I did it once. I think it was about $60 a person for tickets. We went with a buddy of mine who's getting married, and a few of us came down and just did it as like a bachelor party kind of a thing in the day. Georgia Bulldogs, that's okay. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate every minute you spend, especially with me here, and as well about on Tuber Chat. Hoops Family Network, thank you for coming in as well. Maybe now you can see the zip lines. I know you can. So there's the tower where we'll go from. And I won't be able to show you all the way down. I will when I go over a little bit farther where that Canadian flag is flying over there. And I don't know what you call these things. I keep forgetting. Kristen told me, I think, an idea of what they might be called. I just keep calling them trams that go up and down the rails to bring you down to the horn blower and probably take you back up from the zip line. But we'll learn soon enough. A week or two and we'll get those zip lines done. Oh, they got people going right now. Is that beautiful or what? How cool is that? Now the question in the chat is, would you do it? So I'll tell you what, press 1 for yes, press 2 for no. You can tell me if you would dare take a zip line like that over around the Niagara Falls. Now we're getting a little bit busier over here. Kira, my BFF forever's in the house too. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to get all my Tuber Chat people stressed out over the numbers in the chat. But we're not in Tuber Chat now, so it's okay. Oh, Acefly, you don't want to do it, eh? Yasmin Wu, thank you for coming in. Yasmin did a very nice walk around too. No, Ernest Connell, you're not up for zip lines? I don't like the heights, but like that, this makes me queasy. Just a little bit. Oh yeah, I don't like looking at that actually. But Eiko Catalina, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you for coming in. We're talking about whether we would take these zip lines, and then here's a good clear view. You can see where the zip line ends down there. So we'll get a good view of that when we come down here to do it. Oh, Chris, that's unnecessary, eh? You're going to make me shut the stream down if you're going to keep doing that. Thank you, Chris, very much. That's extremely generous. Absolutely unnecessary. I do appreciate it. Chris supports me. Chris from Beachadori TV supports me and Jeff both with about everything we do. So thank you very much for that. We're going to have to do it up large and have an incredible meal down here. We're in the right place for it. Another 100,000, yeah. Some might zip into New York City, yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's a bit much to think about ziplining like that. I've only actually been ziplining once. With Kristen and Kira, we went to a place called Blue Mountain last summer here, also in Ontario, but much farther north. So you can see how long we've been in the chat. There's that flag that I had said was so far off in the distance only a few minutes ago. So it really doesn't take that long to walk back here. And if I take a look at the time, for me, it is about 10 to 8 p.m. and sunset is due for about 20 minutes after 8. Let me see if I can get a little bit of a view here for 2 seconds. Sorry, it's okay. Thank you very much. That's the Horseshoe Falls. Like I was saying, there's the American Falls, and the sun's just about had it with the American Falls now. So the rainbows are done for today, but I'm glad I caught it. For those of you who came in a little bit later, if you go back and just watch the first minute of this stream when it comes up, you'll see an incredible rainbow, a big, beautiful, full rainbow over the mist of the Horseshoe Falls as soon as I started the stream. It's really something to see, and we're lucky we get to see those things all the time here.
Yeah, that's good. Right. Yes, thanks.
You got another gift shop here. I won't worry about that guy because he's dealing with a customer or something like that right now. There's that thing that I called a tram that goes up and down those rails. I'm assuming it's to bring people back. Oh, they don't. Look, they got actually a golf cart that's bringing people back from the zip line. Hi there. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I'm live on YouTube. Do you mind saying hello?
Hello.
Is that okay? Hi. How was the zip line? Was it good?
Awesome.
Did you love it?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet. I'm so jealous. I never did it yet. You were flying. I saw you.
Yeah,
Good.
so scary.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Yeah, it sure will be fun to do that. This is usually open. It's just another shop. Should catch some of these cars. That's one of those crazy little Batmobile looking things. And lots of older cars here. You see that beast going down the road there? Lots and lots of really nice done up classic cars here. Ellen Johansson, thanks for coming in. Alternate Mix Studio, thank you for joining as well. That's the Peace Bridge. So we're getting a much better look at it. I didn't go all the way this way ever in one of these streams yet. I'm going to go all the way over there. We'll have a look. And then I'm going to walk all the way back because we've got time right now. And here's more of the beautiful city in which I live. There's what I was talking about. That bad boy or what? It's quite a toy. Hopefully I'll get a nice copyright claim for that. Hotels and Casino Niagara there. There's the border right there. I can see all the red LED signs, closed, 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 closed. But I do see one green one for the essential workers, I'm sure. I could be wrong about that. I don't know what those guys are doing now to cross the border. They've either got to go there or there's a couple other choices. Now that I'm already over here, I think there's not really that much more to see. There's the secret garden. We were gonna come and eat there. I didn't realize how far off that was. We were gonna come and eat at that restaurant a couple of weeks ago, and we ended up at a place much farther back where I started from. But hopefully we'll get there eventually. I'll bet they do a good job over there. I thought they'd have a better view than they have, with the welcome center right in the way, but that's okay. Yeah, there's not much more to see this way. So, oh, Hard Rock Cafe, for those of you who like hard rock. Honey Co, thank you for coming in. Yeah, maybe I should have kept that one a secret. That's the American Falls that I'm looking at now. Way off in the distance there, that mist is the Horseshoe Falls. And look at the whole city. This is what I wanted to see. You know, I know we're not going to be able to see the actual sun because it's already, you know, way behind the trees and city line and everything else, but still, that's a nice view. For the fact I just wanted to get some exercise for today, it's not the worst thing in the world to see. So I didn't mention anything when I passed this the first time, but here is Clifton Hill. So this is where all the action is. You have to forgive me because I just did a stream where I went up and down Clifton Hill. So I wasn't intending on doing that today. We'll miss the sunset if I run up there today. But you can check that stream out. And we're expecting to go out maybe on Monday. I really want to go on the Niagara Skywheel again. I've been on it before, but I'd like everybody to see it. So maybe we'll do a live and we'll go on there. But for now, I'll follow along with the falls again, and we'll catch this sunset that I promised. You can see everything starting to darken up. Should I go through the tourist gift shop and everything? Oh, they locked it up. This is where I went in one of the streams a couple weeks ago as well, and we were looking at, they have a restaurant there, there's a gift shop to the right, there's a restaurant to the left, and the restaurant, like, you're literally sitting looking right at the falls. It's wonderful. You know, you're 20 or 30 feet lower than we are right now. It's nice to see that the most popular area here is surrounding that Canadian flag. Let's see if I can find a quick spot here and give a nicer view of the falls again after making you stare at all this concrete. You can see how many things they have for zip line tickets over there. There we go. This is nice. There's a Horseshoe Falls. There's a Skylon Tower again. We got a revolving restaurant in there. Kristen and I went there for New Year's Eve. Sorry. Gotta step back a little bit. Try to stay out of, not let people pass and this and that. There's the American Falls again. Beautiful Canadian flag. We're on our way away from the border now. Somebody lost their mask a second ago there. Oh, Honeyco, thank you for a thumbs up. And everybody, if you haven't already, I'd love it if you would. It really does help the stream. Helps push me a little bit farther into the algorithm. Cellrack 30, thank you for coming in. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And Chris, what are you doing, bro? Chris is making it a record-breaking day. That's unbelievably generous, Chris. Also got to go Hard Rock with lovers. Well, we'll talk to Kristen about that. I'm sure she'll join me at Hard Rock anytime that I want. But all right, we're gonna have to make an even bigger party of that night now. Thank you, Chris. You're making me laugh. That's Beachadori TV. I keep calling him Chris because I know his name, but Beachadori TV. Thank you very much. That's extremely generous. 300,000 in Korean. Thank you very much. That's overly generous though, Chris. That's not necessary. Thank you very much. Now we're starting to get a little sunset activity. You can see the way it's shining off the buildings there. We still get a view of the falls. Oh, today is the lotto day in Korea. Seems like it. There again, launch for Maid of the Mist and the American Falls. Just wanted to stop for a quick second. Lots and lots and lots of selfie opportunities down here. Lots of people taking pictures, as you can imagine. Yeah, Chris is the man, Jeff. You're right. It's okay, I'm not got you. Wonder if any more zipliners are going to go now. Yeah, they got people lining up. I'm going to wait. Let's watch the zipliners again because I'm in the perfect place for it. Make a big deal out of this because I know we're going to do it soon. I'll let you guys have a better view of the falls for a minute while I wait, and then when they're going to go, I'll make sure we catch their whole ride. But thank you everybody very much for hanging out. I hope if you're not already subscribed that you'll consider it. I do a lot of these live streams because I live in Niagara Falls, but I also do a lot of product reviews and YouTube tutorials on my channel. I hope you'll check it out. It is relaxing. Yeah, I was going to do something else. Instead of going live, I was going to come down just do an ASMR video, which, I don't know how great that is, but I could, right? I think these guys are just about ready to go. And I would, I'll just put a GoPro on the falls or something like that. Maybe they're not as ready as I thought they were. They'll be ready in a second. I don't want to get everybody uncomfortable. I feel like everybody looks at me because they're wondering whether they're actually on film or not. As long as they don't tell you not to, then it's okay. But if they do, then I got to do something about it. You can wreck your whole stream that way, eh? Because if you have to make an edit to a live stream, even for 1 second, the chat disappears. It's all gone because the context of the video is essentially ruined. So you got to be careful about that. That's why you notice I don't, when I go up to shopkeepers and stuff like that, I ask before I put them on. I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. And then for those of you who weren't here earlier when I mentioned it, Jeff Lepard, who's in the chat, is also going to go... Oh, Jeff, I don't know why... So Jeff's a mod here, but I don't know why you didn't come in with Do It All Ceiling. Do It All Ceiling's a member. But Jeff's going to go live afterwards. Maybe it is better you're in here with Jeff Lepard channel. He's going to go in downtown Toronto, but Jeff has a much more upbeat style than I do when it comes to live streaming, so he'll have some serious action if you want to see some Toronto nightlife action, and it's a gorgeous night for it too. Niagara Falls is only about an hour and a half away, so his weather's not going to be too different from here, and I'll tell you right now, it's not scorching hot. So these guys are just about ready to go. They're going to catch their whole ride. Wow, that's something else. There we go. That's something they just added. I don't know how long ago. Kristen knows how long ago they added the zip line. As we walk, I look at the Skylon Tower. Always mesmerized by that. Half of it's because Kristen and I went there for a New Year's Eve, so of course there's nostalgia there, but it's really impressive. The restaurant revolves. I think it takes an hour and a half or something like that to go all the way around. You can imagine the view you get of the city and of the Niagara Falls. And then on that New Year's Eve, of course, they did fireworks. And you can imagine what that must have looked like as well, being up at that height. It's a much different view. Pretty soon I'm going to have to walk through those trees and stuff again. Really interesting to see now. The first time that I've caught a sunset down here. It didn't look like they were going very fast on that zip line, but I only have one reference. I only went one time. When we went, it seemed like it was much faster, but I could be wrong about that. Kristen likes it down here too. The last time I came down here, Kristen and Kira came with me, but I went walking and they were filming their own stuff. Kristen did a, did she call it Watch With Me? I think. I forget the title that she used exactly, but you can see on her channel she's got a few of these things as well. Kira's doing her own thing, but Kira's doing lately a lot of video game Minecraft playing and stuff like that. She's doing live streaming. Kristen's done a bit of streaming as well. We're all doing different things. But Kristen's got a couple of Niagara videos a little different than mine, and then I've got a few more live streams if you want to see them. One where I go through that Clifton hill that I showed you, which is all the touristy stuff, where tons and tons of restaurants and activities and mini golf and bowling alleys and arcades and that Niagara Skywheel, and there's a Harley Davidson store. We went in there in the last in the Clifton Hill live stream. and they let us walk around. And then there's wax museums, and Ripley's, believe it or not, owns like half the block. The Himalayas. If Jeff ever makes it to the Himalayas, I'm sure he's going to zip line. Second year for zip line, something like that. Yeah, I think it was maybe it was put in after we moved here. Yeah, I've only been living here with Kristen and Kira for 4 years. These birds like to take off in their formation as well. We've just about closed off the rest of the sunset here. But it sure does look nice, eh? Some of you have even been with me for 4 or 5 of these streams, whatever number I've done, and I appreciate, of course, all the support, hanging out and this and that. I never get tired of this. Honey Poe's reaching out to everybody. Impressions is back, so Dan put the phone down while he drove. Scully's House of Thrillers, thank you for coming back in. Good to see you in here. Just wanted to go out for a walk, but do I ever live in a gorgeous area, so I thought I'd share it with everybody again. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, these are the American Falls, they're called. And that lookout bridge is on the American side. The building that you can see there with the flashing top, that's Casino Seneca in Niagara Falls, New York. And off to the left is the Peace Bridge. And when I head over the other way, there's the Horseshoe Falls, which is even more famously recognized for its name and its shape. There's my skylon tower. Oh, Dan wasn't here probably for all the super chats. Chris from Beachadori TV is from Korea. He's in the house and he has super chatted an unreasonable amount for us to go out and have beer and wings and dinner and everything else. He did say family dinner, but Dan is absolutely family to me, so we got to get you down here ASAP. $50. 50 push-ups and 50 beers? 50 push-ups. I don't know if you'd pay me enough to do that. I'd be lucky if I get 15. That's exactly why I'm out today. Because I needed the exercise. I'm walking. The elevator, I hope you can see, is on its way up. The Skylon Tower there. And of course, if you're down here in Niagara Falls, there's lots of transit. They got a bus system that takes you everywhere easy. But once you're around the tourist area, especially even staying in most of the hotels, you're in walking distance of everything anyway, depending on how you want to do it. Of course, there's Lyft and Uber and cabs and all that stuff. guys got to follow a friend of ours, My BS Life. His channel is called, all one word. And he is in Ottawa. He does an unreasonable amount of working out. He does the kind of workouts that you can do outdoors. So he does, like, you know, push-ups and what they call burpees and all this other stuff. It's really unbelievable. He does, like, we're not talking 50. This guy does 400 reps. I think he did one recently where it was 1,500 reps of something. And that's just outlandish. He's in incredible shape, obviously. Give you a quick look at this here Queen Victoria place. There's a restaurant there that we intended on going to one day when we did one of these streams. When we did the one at the outlet mall from St. Catharines, which is close to here, and the restaurant was not open, but they had a hot dog thing. They were just serving hot dogs, $7 hot dogs. But we did sit there, and the view was worth it, that's for sure. Just trying to catch the last little bit of this sunset. Look at the mist coming off of those falls. My goodness. When I started the stream, it was like full on rain, because I came from this way, walked the other way, and now I'm on my way back. Up there is where they light the Niagara Falls from. If you can see on the left hand side of the structure, there is LED panels, and they shine right on the falls. It's really something to see. You can see that in my night stream, because I caught it, of course. It's just that everything around here was so dark. Oh, here's those balloons that light up. That's something, eh? I'm headed towards Table Rock. That's where we had our lunch the other day, last Friday. There, the LED panels are on already, actually. I don't think they're doing much, unless it's just too light out, and when the sun actually goes away, you'll notice, or if they're testing them or what they're doing. But there they are. I haven't really talked to many people, but I didn't bring cards on me anyway today. Probably have a couple. Got these business cards that have the YouTube channel, but they are they've got a QR code on them, so anybody can just scan easily and get right to that subscription button that I talk about all the time with the pop-up window and everything else. So I've got some business cards on me, but I didn't bring a pocket full. That mist is just out of control, eh? Still got a little bit of sunset action over there. Those American Falls and the Peace Bridge. Jeff can sing and dance and everything else. I don't know what he's going to come up with tonight. He'll go live in a little while. I don't know what time. Jeff, you can tell everybody what time you're going to go live if you know. But thank you, AceFlaw1, for hanging out. I appreciate every minute everybody spends with me, both here and on my other channel. Zelda, what did I miss, Jeff? Thank you, Michael's Adventures. It's a lot more slow-paced than Jeff's stuff, but I literally just needed to get some exercise, so I went for a walk, and this is only 10 minutes away from my place, so why wouldn't I come and walk here? So I'm going to walk anywhere. You can see way off in the distance there, on top of the falls, the rapids that are coming all the way. And there's some dangerous stuff. Kristen did a bit more of a good job looking at that and doing a video focusing on that. Jeff is a singer. Chris, we got to show Chris your old freestyle music. Jeff's got a few songs. I think there's 5 or 6 on his channel that we put up that he sang in the late 1990s, which were popular in Toronto. Oh, there's Travel Fun 69. There's Jeff's other channel that's dedicated strictly to... Oh, he's going... That's why. Jeff's going live on Travel Fun 69 channel today. Even I'm getting confused. I help Jeff with his channels, right? I run his channels for him. But when he's live streaming, most of the time I'm not with him. So he's even I'm getting confused as to who's going live on what channel now, because the stuff's getting a little bit popular. Oh, these LED panels are actually doing something. Check that out. Yikes. Probably not affecting the screen as much as it is my eyes, but it's super bright. And then they just shine right on the falls, of course. Can't see much of a sunset here on the Canadian side because the sun's way off. Way off on our side. But now it's starting to really darken up. I told you we would see probably some of these light up balloons and stuff, because as it starts to darken up and become closer to night, it gets very dark here. When I did a night stream, I came down here to do some Niagara Falls nightlife. I wasn't expecting it to be as dark as it is. Of course, it's light in the tourist area where you go up on Clifton Hill and do all the activities and stuff like that. But down here, barely see. There's no easy way to add channels, Dan. You gotta search and find. YouTube used to have a way you could click on somebody and then go to their channel, but they took that away a little while ago. So you gotta search it out. It's easy to find, but it's also on the front of Jeff's pages. So if you go to any one of his pages, everyone links to the other one in his featured channels. You can see it literally looks like it's been pouring rain around here because the mist is being blown in our direction today. I was hoping this would look good. So I hope you can see off in the distance now on the left-hand side. I'll try to stay away from those LED panels. The Niagara Sky Wheel is now lit up. I don't know how easy that is to see. That's what we're going to try to go on maybe Monday. And then we'll pack in a wildly unreasonable dinner on Chris from Beachadori TV. You see when I come over here, see, it looks like it was raining. There's literally puddles on the ground and everything. When I started the stream, I had to wipe the lens a couple of times. Now we're starting to, it's dark enough we can start seeing some light on the tops of the hotels and stuff. There's a skylon tower that I love talking about. Sorry, bud. I'll give it a couple of minutes if the or a couple seconds. If the lens starts to get covered in water, I'll do something about it. I'll try to wipe it off. I sure am glad I caught this though. I actually didn't think I'd be lucky enough that it would be this nice. I didn't know what to expect. There's the Table Rock. In there is where Kristen and I had our lunch on. Chris, Beach Dory TV, he bought our lunch last Friday too. So thank you for that. We had a good time with that. Fun. I'll tell you guys, when I was 18 years old, if you believe it, I had red shoes like that. That's a very long time ago from today, but I bet anybody would pay money to see pictures of that. Oh, I should show you the, so they got a patio that you can eat on up there. We did not eat on the patio, we ate indoors. Next time we come here, we'll eat on the patio maybe. It's funny, this, the lens, I'm only using a iPhone SE, not the new one, the original one from like 4 or 5 years ago, but it shoots 4K. We're not in 4K now, streaming of course, but it does shoot, it's nice enough, that's for sure. Expecting to upgrade. not those red shoes, Ernest Connell. Oh, here's exactly where we were eating lunch. And I'm just going to hop up here for a quick second because if you remember, for those of you who actually caught that stream, or if you go back and catch it after, it's me and Kristen just sitting there eating lunch. We were sitting at probably the table on the left in that corner, right there. And then there was lots of people here taking selfies and stuff like that, and you can imagine the view you have of the falls from there. Not to mention all these nice flowers and everything else. Oh, this guy's got a drone going. Oh, that's wicked. He does better than I did. I got a drone, but I pulled it out one day. Kristen got me a drone, and I tried to fly it, and I couldn't understand why I was so terrible at it. I was just awful. It was smashing everywhere. And it turned out because it's a very, very light one, and it can't take the littlest bit of wind. So I got to pull that out on a day where there's no wind of any kind. Here's a couple more of these LED panels. I didn't realize they had some here on the side of the Table Rock. And they have a gift shop in there, but we went through the gift shop the other day. So if you wanted to see that, my stream from last Friday, our lunch, has that. You see how dark it's getting now. I can't do a stream without mentioning the force of that water. It's really something else. I didn't want to make jokes about it. You could, I'm sure, but is it ever something else? So, as a matter of fact, all right, guys, I guess that's about end of the line for today. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate every moment everybody spends with me. Oh, Jeff's getting ready to take off. So if you want to follow, it's adult content, I want to warn you. But Travel Fun 69 is where Jeff's going to go live later in downtown Toronto. And you can follow him. You can follow Impressions DJ. Most of the channels in the chat have channels. So if you want to check them out, have a look. And like I said, the replay is always there, so you can go back and catch anybody that you didn't catch while we were here if you wanted to. But thank you so much, everybody, for hanging in. And Michael's Adventures, thank you very much. Hopefully we will see you tomorrow. Tuber Chat runs at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. So I'll be happy to see everybody there. If you want some new subscribers for your channel and some loyal and dedicated supporters, we help with that. Kaye, thank you very much, and you're welcome as well. So that's it, everybody. Thank you very much for hanging out with me, and we will see you the next time. If you're not subscribed, I hope you will, at kevinkaye.com.